Welcome everyone. In our last class, we have observed the thermodynamic cycle of turbojet engine and we have derived some of the relationship for the same. I mean to say, let's say somebody want to find the turbine work, then how to find turbine work? For that you need to apply the steady flow energy equation. Okay, similar way to find the compressor work, we need to apply steady flow energy equation. Likewise, we have applied steady flow energy equation for each and every part of jet engine. Now I would like to discuss the rest of the thermodynamic cyclic analysis for the turbojet engine. So let's begin our today's session. Okay. So to start the rest of the analysis, again we need to recapitulate the system layout of engine. Okay. So here we have a layout of turbojet engine. Okay, so in this schematic you can say 1 to 2 is as usual diffusion process, 2 to 3 is compression process, 3 to 4 is expansion process, 3 to 4 is combustion process, 4 to 5 is expansion process, while 5 to 6 is expansion in nozzle, during which the pressure reduced while the velocity is getting increased. If you remember, we have started cycle with the process number 1 to 2, and I told you when we start the compressor will induce the surrounding air. Okay, so whenever compressor is induced air, it has a certain velocity. For example, let's say here the M1 amount of air coming inside the engine for the diffusion with velocity Ca. Okay, M1 amount of air is coming from the surrounding with velocity Ca for the diffusion process. While here you can see at the outlet we have total mass flow rate is Ma plus Mf. Why it is Ma plus Mf? Because we know that inside the combustion chamber the inlet amount Ma of air is getting mixed with the fuel. So it will create the mixture of product of different combustion, okay, as well as air. Okay, now this product is getting expanded to the turbine, okay, and the same amount of mass is again supplied to the nozzle, and whatever the mass that is leaving at the outlet is same as the mass that is generated after the combustion. That is nothing but the mixture of air plus product of the combustion. So at the outlet we have total mass Ma plus Mf, while at the inlet we have mass only Ma. Okay, so from the outlet, the total mass Ma plus Mf is leaving the jet engine with a certain velocity. Let's say this velocity is Cj for simplicity. Okay, and to derive some of the equations, Cj. Okay, so at inlet mass is Ma, which is coming with velocity Ca for the diffusion, while at the outlet the total mass is Mf plus Ma, which is leaving with velocity Cj in order to propel vehicle, or you can say aircraft. Okay, now based on this fundamental, I would like to develop certain relationship which is utilized to analyze the performance of turbojet engine. So let's begin with the thrust. What do you mean by thrust? You can say thrust is the force, okay, which helps to propel the vehicle. According to Newton's third law, to every action there is a reaction, but it is in opposite direction. So as the jet is getting out from the engine, whatever aeroplane will try to move in the forward direction. Okay, so at the outlet, because of the creation of jet, it will exert a thrust force on the engine, and via which engine is able to move. Okay, because of thrust force only. Okay, so we need to identify the force that is exerted by jet on engine, that is thrust force. We know that the force is proportional to rate of change of momentum from the Newton second law, okay, F equal to ma. And if you want to observe the statement of the second law, then force is proportional to rate of change of momentum. So let's see here Ca is equal to the forward velocity of aircraft, while Cj is the velocity of jet. Okay, while 1 plus Mf by Ma is the mass of product that is leaving from the outside for 1 kg of air. Okay, because you know that outlet we have total mass ma plus mf, but for 1 kg of air 1 plus mf by ma. Okay, now thrust is the force that is produced because of change of momentum, and change of momentum is nothing but the final momentum minus initial momentum. And what do you mean by momentum? Momentum is nothing but mass multiplied by velocity. So final momentum is total mass ma plus mf multiplied by velocity of jet, minus initial momentum is mass of air multiplied by velocity of air, that is ma multiplied by ca. So that is all about the thrust force which is generated because of creation of jet, and this thrust force is helps to propel the aeroplane. Okay, clear to all? So it is all about the thrust force. Just you need to keep Newton's second law in your mind, that force is proportional to rate of change of momentum. Okay, so here final momentum minus initial momentum gives us thrust force. That the final momentum, okay, for the mass we have to consider total mass, that is ma plus mf, not only ma. Okay, so it is all about the thrust force. Then after we have a thrust power. So thrust power is nothing but thrust force multiplied by velocity of aircraft. And in ideal case, the velocity of aircraft is equivalent to the inlet velocity of air. If we assume losses to be zero, okay, so whatever the speed of aircraft is equivalent to the speed of air that is coming inside the engine. Okay, so thrust power is given by the equation which is equal to thrust force multiplied by speed of aircraft, and thrust force is equal to ma plus mf multiplied by cj minus ma ca multiplied by ca. So it is all about the thrust power. Okay, clear? Now next one is propulsive power, and propulsive power is nothing but the difference of kinetic energy of air, or you can say product of gases. Okay, so energy required to change the momentum of mass flow of gas represent the propulsive power. Okay, or you can say difference of kinetic energy. And if you want to develop the equation, you can say the difference of the kinetic energy is equal to 1 plus mf by ma cj square divided by 2 minus ca square divided by 2 watt per kg. Here we have assumed ma to be 1, or you can say unit. And if you neglect all the things, let's say mass flow rate of fuel as well as air, okay, then you will get very simple expression like this, that's propulsive power is equal to the cj square minus ca square divided by 2. Okay, so it is all about the propulsive power. Clear to all? Now next one I would like to brief you is about the propulsive efficiency. What do you mean by propulsive efficiency? So you can say propulsive efficiency is nothing but the ratio of thrust power to the propulsive power. Now thrust power equation with us, that is 1 plus mf by ma multiplied by cj minus ca multiplied by ca, and propulsive power equation with us for the unit mass flow rate of air, that is 1 plus mf by ma cj square divided by 2 minus ca square divided by 2. So it is all about the propulsion efficiency, which is nothing but the ratio of the thrust power to the propulsive power. Clear? Okay. Now next I would like to brief you about the thermal efficiency. So it is defined as the ratio of propulsive work and the energy released by the combustion of the fuel. Okay, so you can say propulsive work to the heat released by the combustion chamber is equal to, you can say, thermal efficiency. Okay, and also you can say the propulsive work is equal to nothing but change of kinetic energy, whether it is increased or decreased. Okay, so here we have a thermal efficiency with us, that is 1 plus mf by ma cj square minus ca square, okay, divided by 2 times mf by ma multiplied by calorific value of the fuel. Here again we have assumed ma to be 1 kg per second. So it is all about the thermal efficiency of jet engine. Here we have completed the thermodynamic cycle of turbojet engine, okay, which is quite essential to solve example that is related with the turbojet engine and to analyze the performance of the turbojet engine. Clear to all?